Hey guys, I'm here with Miss Ember, the French bulldog, who has already been through a board and train program elsewhere, and well, she's with us, so that's how that went. We've had her for 3 weeks now. She heads home tomorrow, and I want to make sure her family is set up for success on this go around with training. And to do that, I'm going to make a quick little video showing how exactly I use the training, how I use commands, how I use the remote, how I structure her day to keep everybody successful and to keep things simple. So we start, of course, with the Kettle. It is such a useful management tool. It makes things so easy to add some structure every day and every night. So the Kettle should be tall enough that she can stand up, turn around, and lie down comfortably. I have a nice bed in there, a couple bones, a water bucket with fresh, clean water, and she is relaxing. I feed their meals in there to make it even more of an enjoyable place to be. Now, when she's in there, she should stay calm. She should not claw at the doors or bark or whine. She should simply relax and understand that that's her place to be calm and quiet. Good girl, honey. So anytime her family needs to run out of the house, even for just a few minutes, or take a shower, anytime they can't supervise her directly, she should be in there and quietly relaxing. Overnight as well. I know we all want our dogs to sleep in our beds with us. Well, I don't. But most people do, and that's fine. But for a few months at least, she needs to be sleeping in this kennel every single night. And going in there every single time you're not directly supervising her. All right, so let's talk about how she should act coming out of the kennel. When I open that door, she should respect the threshold and not come out until I recall her. You could tell her to break and she bursts out of there and she runs all around the house because you tell her it's appropriate. What I do instead is recall all my dogs out into a controlled command. Then we heel through the house. Come, good girl. She comes out, she lies down at my feet or sits, and I tell her that's a good girl. Heel. And now we move together into the house. As we heel through the house, she's sticking next to me. I have my remote here, of course, if I need to give her direction, take my numbers down. I usually start at a 10 for every dog. And then they tell me if that's too low or too high, and I can adjust accordingly. So we walk along. If she strays from the heel position, or sniffs, or gets distracted, it's as simple as tap on the black S button right here. T button's over here. So I tapped right there for sniffing. And she knew what to do with the pressure. She knew that meant, oh, that was a mistake. Get back into position. Tapping again. There must be something really stinky there. And I tapped twice for the same thing, so I'm scrolling up to a 15. Good job. Didn't make the mistake there. Awesome. So we heel through the house to establish a healthier way of moving room to room. This girl is a little bowling ball. She's shaped like one too. And so going from room to room, like that, is not good for anybody. She's liable to trip somebody or knock a little person over. And so when I stop, she lies down, and I'll have her lay there while I do some dishes and sweep. She stayed nice and calm in that down state, despite the distractions. And now here's a real challenge for her because she, in particular, has a little FOMO. So I know that if I leave her in one room and go to another one, even in command, she wants to follow me. We've worked on this a lot. A little trick that I had that really helped her was putting a bell on her collar, this bell right here. And whenever I left the room, I'd clip it on her collar, I'd walk out, and if I heard that jingle jingle, I knew to correct her even in the other room. And she took the message to mean, hey, even if I leave, don't get up. A little dog training hack there. So I come into the other room, and when I do want her, I can call her by saying come, or I can just tap the T button and silently recall her. Tapped it right there, she heard it. She's coming, and she's gonna down at my feet. Nice job, or sit. No. There we go. That was a good example of how to correct her for jumping. She came in, and she jumped on me automatically. And so I simply respond with no, tap, a clear consequence, and she gave me this, her version of a double down. Very good. Yeah, your dog's gonna make mistakes. She's not a robot. but you need to know what to do when she does it. She has not jumped on me in a few weeks though. That's kind of funny. All right, so she's in a down. If I want to get her in place, I simply say, place, and point. Come, place. Good girl. When she gets on the place bed, she should automatically lie down. She shouldn't be over here faffing about, sniffing. Just lie down and be calm. Good girl. I know we're asking a lot of you. Good girl. You may be thinking that because Ember has already been through a board and train, that she would be especially easy for us to train, and you would be wrong. Because teaching commands, sit, down, place, that's all really simple. Teaching the dog that training applies 24/7 and not just in a sterile training session, that's the real challenge. So we had to teach Ember that this is not just tricks for treats. This is a 24/7, 365 lifestyle. You know, of course she'll do her thing. She'll sit and down in place and recall and heal and all these fantastic skills. But when she is out of command, she still needs to make good choices. And when she's in command for a while and she decides that she's bored with it, she can't just let herself off of place or out of a down or try to bust out of her kennel. She can't, even on break, bark out the window. She can never bark or growl at a stranger as long as, of course, her owner is advocating for her safety. She doesn't want to meet strangers, by the way, has no interest in that. She can't be jumping on people. She can't be doing a lot of things that don't mesh well with our admittedly weird human lifestyles. All right, so now training is going to be a lifestyle for her and her owners, and it's going to become a lot simpler and a lot easier for her to get kind of used to it the more consistent they are with it. All right, they didn't get Ember just to sit in a bed all day or sit in a crate all day. They got her to enjoy her and give her affection and share walks and adventures with them. So to let her know she's free, I tell her, Ember, break! Yay! And she's got no problem with that. She's a good girl. Break!